Hey, this is Chris with Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. Who in their right mind needs this many spoons for camping? Well, let's talk about it. Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. I hike it so you don't have to. Here we have the Finess City titanium spoon. Very sturdy, extremely long. Let's take a look at this. It's about 10 1/8 inches. You have to roll it out because this has a very steep curve at the end. If we weigh this, 23 grams. 23 grams. This spoon is the perfect length for any dehydrated meal. It has recently replaced my other spoon that I've used over the years. Love this spoon. Let's take a look at the GSI Silicone Spoon. This spoon's a great little spoon, as you can see. It's got a lot of use on it, wear and tear. It's one of our favorite spoons for here at home, as well as camping. So let's just measure this out. We are at about 9 7/8, and we weigh it in grams. That's 27 grams, 27 grams. I'll put the ounces on the side. This is a great spoon. It has a nice finish to it. The silicone feels good while you're eating. So I would definitely recommend this spoon to anyone who is looking for a good non-metallic spoon. Now we got UCO's titanium, Spork or spoon and fork. It's a beautiful little spoon fork combination. And we're at about 7 2/8. 7 2/8. Let's weigh this. We get 19 grams. 19 grams. This is a great short spoon. I wouldn't use it especially for camping, but other chores would be fine. The next spoon slash fork is the UCO spoon slash fork. You can tell this has been used quite a bit. We use this for camping as well around the house, or if we go on picnics or stuff like that. So let's measure this out. And that's 7 2/8, and we weigh that. That is 12 grams. 12 grams. This is a great non-metallic spoon and fork. Great for anyone who doesn't like metal forks. So the next spoon or spork we're going to look at is the Toaks Spork polished head. Let's measure this. So we get about 8 6/8. And let's see how much that weighs. 18 grams. 18 grams. This Toaks Spork is great. If you like sporks, it's awesome. I would definitely recommend this for any long-term camping. I've used it for many years. And here comes my much loved Toaks titanium spoon with polished head down here. I've used this one for years. I've probably had this for I think 5 years at this point. It's been on many a camping trip. So let's go in and measure this. It's 8 6/8. 8 6/8. And let's weigh it. That gets us 20 grams. 20 grams. This has been my go-to spoon for camping over the years. Love this Toaks titanium spoon. Get an opportunity, it's well worth the money. The next spork we got is Sea to Summit's anodized aluminum Spork. Now, it has a non-polished finish. I'll talk about that later on. But let's measure this out. We get 8 6/8 inches, and we get 11 grams. 11 grams. The Sea to Summit Spork out of aluminum is a great spork. I don't like the finish, and the price on this is very steep. So it's up to you if you want to get it. I'm not the biggest fan. Now we got the nondescript plastic spork. I want to say I got this at Walmart back in the day on their clearance rack. It was probably something that was around for a little bit. So measure this out. We get about 6.5 inches, 6.5 inches. And the weight, wow, 3 grams, 3 grams. I think I got this years ago from Walmart. It was a needed spoon for a camping trip. I would have been better off with a disposable spoon from a restaurant. Now let's try the Ozark Trail plastic spoon. Look at that bend. And the measurements on the Ozark Trail is 9 inches, 9 inches at 10 grams, 10 grams. This Ozark spoon from Walmart, it was on sale. If it wasn't, I would never have bought it, and I definitely wouldn't pay $6.75 for it. It's just too flimsy, especially when it gets hot. So we're out by the pool, but before we figure out the spoon situation, let's create a nice cup of brew. So we're going to be using an alcohol stove again today to boil our water. Today we're going to be using the Toaks windscreen. We haven't used this one quite yet. I'll be doing a review on this soon. It goes together very easily. That's that. It's going through. These tent pegs go through. The alcohol stove goes underneath. So that's our windscreen. Let's get out our alcohol stove. I'm not going to need this today. So see how convenient this is like this. So what I figured out is if we pre-measure everything, like here, it's 2 ounces of heat. I just did shy of 2 ounces. We're not going to need the full 2 ounces. And I also figured out to use Nalgene bottles. 16 ounces is 2 cups. So we'll put that in the cup in a moment. So we're going to push this back a little. This is a Zippo lighter. Great little thing. Okay, so we're going to put that over there. Ooh. Really, I don't think we need a windscreen out here, but we'll just do that. So we're going to put the cup on top. Make sure the handles are out. There, perfect. That's 16 ounces. I can see it in the line on the inside of the cup. 2 minutes should get us to, just shy of 2 ounces should get us to what we need. Okay, we're going to leave that going while we talk about spoons and sporks. So let's look at our spoons here. My favorite by far is the Finess City. It's got the length. I haven't used it that much yet, but hopefully we'll get to use it soon. It has the length, it has a big spoon on top. It doesn't bend at all. It's a great spoon. The only concern I have is this is a little funky shape. The Toaks titanium spoon with polish head, I've had this one for years. This is my favorite one so far. Tied with this one, the Finess City, but with this, I don't know, it's hard to say. So I really like this one as well. So I would go with either one. Now, this one, the GSI ones, this is a great spoon. It'd probably be higher for me if it wasn't for the fact I bought a couple of these at one point, and a couple of them, or one of them showed up broken at the neck here. So that has me concerned. So it still has, we've had this for a while. We've used it quite a bit in the kitchen, camping and all that. So it's held up. So I'm assuming it'll last for a little while. On the silicone, you can also see where sometimes it might get cuts or striations in here from sharp edges, so you got to be conscious of that. But it is great to eat with. It's just got a good texture to it. Now, I already said I'm not the biggest spork fan, but if I have to go for a spork, it's going to be the Toaks spork. It's a great spork. It has to be the polished finish though. It has to be the polished finish. So my next one was UCO's titanium. I like this if I need a shorter spoon or fork for some reason. This is the fork I would use. It's great. It's titanium. Anything titanium is great. It's just a great little spoon and fork. It's a little too short though. It's too short. And it's tough to get to the bottom of like dehydrated meals. Real tough to get with it being this short. This one, you can see it's gotten a lot of use out of. They held up very well, and it's just a great little spoon slash fork. Really, either of these are interchangeable. I would go for either one. So the next spoons or sporks we're going to look at are ones I'm not the biggest fans of. So here is the Ozark Trail Spoon. It just bends, especially when it gets warm. It just bends even more. I don't like that. And then when you push down on it, on anything, it just doesn't have a good feel to it. Now, if you ever watch Dan Becker on YouTube, you'll see that he absolutely loves this spoon. I just saw his video just come out today or Wednesday, and he absolutely loves this spoon. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. Like I always say, it's all subjective. It's what you like. It's not what everyone else likes. It's what you like and what you want to use, what you want to carry. So, but this is not I'm not a fan of this. Our next one is the Sea to Summit anodized aluminum spork. It's got the strength. You can't bend it. That texture is horrible. If you can think of those tongue depressors you get when you go to the doctors, that's what it feels like on your tongue when you're eating with it. It's horrible. So I don't like that, and I don't like the price of it. The only reason I got this, I got it on clearance or at a thrift store. It's a great spoon or spork. I would never pay full price for it. Then the next spoon, this is the nondescript one from Walmart. It's small, it's flimsy. I guess if you need an emergency spork, it comes in. I know I didn't pay a lot of money for it, so you know, it is what it is. If you need a spoon or a spork, you get what you get. Then last but not least, takeaway food sporks. You can get one of these if you're worried about weight. I mean, they last as long as they last, but you know, it's what you prefer, what your preference is. It's not what I think, what someone else thinks. It's what you want. You want to play the ultra light. This one is one of the lightest ones we got here, and it's horrible. I don't even like using it to eat with. So is this one. Then these, a little heavier, but they're just great to eat with. And ultimately for me, I'm not an ultralight, but I'd like to do as much ultralight as possible. So ultimately, do these spoons help you make a better brew, a better cup of tea? Absolutely not. They make life a little easier when you can stir in the sugar. Yes, they do. Remember, I review it so you don't have to. I hike it so you don't have to. Have a great day.